how can people find their super identity?
Well, for me, and this all was, I talk about this work because I went through this work myself, right? I didn't have a framework, so I just did it the hard way. But for me, it started with a simple question: who would I be, and what would my life look like without any bounds, without any rules? What exactly would that look like? Who would the person? What kind of person would I be? What kind of life would I be living? And it just started from that simple question, and then I worked backwards from there. I figured out exactly what that personality would be, and then I realized there's a reason why that's calling me. It's because that's the person that's already in there. Somewhere along the line, and we all do this, that person gets buried down by years of trauma and failures and disappointments. And it gets buried down under all this layers of stuff and life. And it starts to just put you in a little box. The question is, what does that person look like without all that stuff on top? And once you realize who that person is, now we got to work on a trigger to get them back. Maybe it's a song, maybe it's a pair of glasses, right? What is the thing to get that person back up? And after a time, it's not something that we have to do consciously. And that's always the goal, is where I can get to that place unconsciously where all of a sudden it's showtime and boom, that me shows up.
You mentioned like you did not have a framework when you first started and trying to find that over time. Very succinctly, do you have a framework that you can describe that you take people through to find their superhero identity?
I'll make this really simple, because it's a complex thing, but really simple. It's a 3-step process. So we look at where we started. We look at your belief system, which is your origin story, where you come from and what you've gone through. Then we also look at your thoughts, the things that are going through your head today. What thought processes do you have constantly? And then the last piece is your actions. What actions do you take? And if we can get all three of those things working together, your belief, your thoughts, and your actions, if all three of those things can work together, then we have a real good framework and a real good roadmap to unlocking that best version of us.
That's so fire!
Fire, fire, fire!
That's so fire, baby! That's so fire!
Fire!
That's so fire!